Today we've been with some of the lads from the Exeter Chiefs HITZ programme, mucking around in Land Rovers and Range Rovers in the hills of Honiton in Devon, the Land Rover experience, and it's been absolutely brilliant.
We might have to drop them back, they're feeling a bit queasy.
Yeah. I think you look at the top four in the Aviva Premiership and it's pretty tough to break that down. You look at the teams that might get into that top four in those playoff positions. You look at potentially Bath, maybe Gloucester with some great recruitment. Sale will certainly fancy their chances. We'll see Saracens do well again. They've lost Steve Borthwick and that's massive, having played with Steve a lot. He's a massive loss to any club side. So they'll do well to recover that. They signed Big Jim Hamilton from Montpellier, the former Gloucester man. He's a big signing. I'll be very interested to see how they go. Bath are very close to getting top four last season. The last couple of minutes of the last game, they lost out on a top four spot. They've recruited nicely. They've got Sam Burgess coming from Rugby League over in Sydney, and that's going to be mega exciting. It's a very competitive season, and it's one of those leagues where actually anyone can beat anyone, especially on their home ground. So I think 6 or 8 weeks from now, we'll know a huge amount more. Lads, we've got to have one of these. We've got to get one. I think Northampton, of course, because they won the Aviva Premiership last year, were ultimately very impressive, but they did it with the smallest squad in the Premiership. On the one hand, that's fantastic. On the other hand, you think, how long can these guys last? And they're clearly very well looked after, but it just takes 1 or 2 guys to twist an ankle and they can be really up against it. For me, Gloucester needed to do the most recruitment. They were probably the most underwhelming big team last year, but actually they've recruited brilliant. They've recruited John Arfoa, the All Black tight head prop, Richard Hibbard, British Lions hooker. I think those two could make a massive difference alongside Nick Wood in the front row. That could change Gloucester's season.
Oh, that is horrible. It's good.
New captain in Joe Marler, so that's exciting to watch too, see how he develops as a bloke on the field. It's been really interesting watching him over the last 2 or 3 seasons, how he's developed from effectively a big, strong guy that loved to scrap and kept getting into trouble. He's become one of the best assets, the most valuable assets in the Aviva Premiership, I think, of any side. With someone like Haskell, you know what you're going to get. You're going to get 4,500 words a minute. You're going to get 19 extra training sessions a week. You're going to get a load of topless selfies. You're going to get a captain that talks about himself a huge amount, self-promotes, but he's an absolutely great bloke. Everyone loves him. I think he's probably captain because he's got 50 caps, mega experience, top player. But he's also captain because no one would want to be his captain. He's uncaptainable because he's so gobby. But he's a great bloke, great to have around. I think that's a really good move by Wasp.